we have started to record. Thank you very much for being present in this webinar. And in a few minutes, we are going to start. Thank you very much for coming. We have a lot of participants from 20 nationalities and behind the screen. Thank you very much. Well, it's the time to start. So welcome. And I would like to introduce the program. We have changed some questions. We don't have an Austrian representation because the professional agenda. So we will try to explain another question in this program. Thank you for taking part in this seminar. And I must apologize for my nervous. It's my first presentation in hybrid methods. Thank you very much. Well, I would like to present and introduce Dr. Mirari Ayerbe, Dean Pharmacy of Faculty of University of Basque Country. It's a pleasure for me to introduce you. Thank you very much in advance to be here and for hosting this seminar. Please, the word is yours.
Thank you, Carmen. As she has mentioned, I'm Mirari Ayerbe, Dean of the Faculty of Pharmacy in the University of the Basque Country. Ongi etorri eta arratsaldeon guztiei. In our language, I am welcoming you all, people here in this auditorium, and also everybody who is following this webinar from abroad. It's a big honor for us to host this session, and we are very grateful to Carmen de Vega for letting us be a part of this session this afternoon. As you may know, at least the ones that are here listening to this webinar in face-to-face, this faculty delivers the degree of Food Science and Technology. 40 new students each year begin an exciting journey to become professionals of this sector. But the sector is changing really fast. These changes that we are suffering today come from different points. Consumers, they all want plant-based diets more every day because they are worried about their own health, and also worried about the planet and the sustainability of the planet. And also we have many changes that come from management of every steps of the food production. Digitalization and automatization are a need. So we have to find new forms to teach you and how new models and new manners to develop your skills. So how can we do this? This is a question that it's faced for this EQVEGAN project from 15 institutions in 11 countries, that it's a cooperated project that responds to a sector skills alliance from Erasmus Plus programs, which aims to prepare innovative trainings to sustain the quick change occurring in the food industry towards the production of vegan food, sustainability, and Industry 4.0. I would like to thank all the partners of this project: Escola Tecnológica e Profesional do Sicó, Portugal, Ankara University, Turkey, Faculty of Food and Biotechnology in the University of Zagreb, Croatia, Polytechnic Institute of Coimbra, Portugal, Malta College of Arts, Science and Technology, Poznan University of Life Sciences in Poland and Seinäjoki University of Applied Sciences in Finland, the industry representatives Jetting Systems, Federation of Food and Drink Industry Association of Turkey, Syndesmos Ellinikon Biomikanion Trofimon Somateio in Greece. I don't know if I read it properly. Sorry for my pronunciation. And governmental agencies, Citasutus Kucekoda from Slovenia, Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry. This one is in Turkey also, and the multipliers ACTAE, ACTEA, and ISEKI. So thank you to all of you, and I hope this webinar will be of great apprentice and a good training session for all of you.
Thank you very much for your speech and especially for your welcome and for hosting this seminar. Thank you, Mirari. So I think you have to do another duties. So thank you very much for this nice and kind welcome. And you have permission.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carmen,
Thank you
for
very much. Giving me the
Thank
permission because unfortunately I can't follow this webinar today.
Mhm.
So enjoy yourselves.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, allow me to share the screen. I'm going to open my, thank you very much. I'm going to open my file now. One moment. Now I would like to present ACTAE. Allow me, please, a few minutes to introduce ACTAE, Basque Association of Food Science and Technology. The association is located in Vitoria-Gasteiz, in the north of Spain. Around 220 members are involved in ACTAE. More of them are graduates in food science and technology in the University of Basque Country who are working today as food professionals. ACTAE daily send them by email information about job opportunity, training, grants, and news related to the agri-food sector. Members can take part in our job bank for vacancy and improve or change their professional career. The mission of ACTAE is to promote and disseminate the degree of food science and technology, and with this, to improve the competence of these graduates and experts in quality, food safety, food industry, and other topics linked to the agri-food chain. That's why ACTAE tries to be involved in social media and build network with institutions, academics, companies as bodies. I want to underline that ACTAE is a member of FEDALCITA, Spanish Federation of Association of Food Science and Technology, and from December 2020, one of the 15 partners in EQVEGAN consortium. Thank you very much. And now I give the floor to ISEKI Association. Please let me left to share.
So I hope that
I would
works.
like to introduce Christoph. Christoph Knöbl is project assistant in ISEKI-Food Association. The word is yours, Christoph, when you can.
Thank you, Carmen. I hope everybody can see the screen and can
Yes.
hear me.
Yes.
And I can just say, you don't have to worry about being nervous because you're definitely not the only one. All right, so hello and welcome again. Carmen already introduced me, project assistant at ISEKI-Food Association. What is the ISEKI-Food Association? We are an independent European nonprofit organization that is based in Vienna in Austria. And our main goal basically is to increase education and training in the food sector. And for that, we provide a platform. See that? We provide a platform and a network. Platform for teachers, students, trainers, and food professionals, and we provide them with the necessary tools and the training to increase said education, and thus, in a way, bridge the gap between education, research, and the industry in the food chain. All right. So to give you just a brief history of our association, as you can see, the ISEKI-Food Association was established in 2005 by representatives of universities, research institutions, food companies, and associations. So they came all together. They were part of the ISEKI-Food project, and they came together and they wanted to maintain this network that they created. And thus the ISEKI-Food Association was created to collaborate, to get actors in the food sector together and do projects together, basically. That's also what you can see here, the ISEKI-Food 2, 3, and the ISEKI-Mundus. Today, we still have this networking. We now have these special interest groups. They kind of function as forums where ISEKI members as well as non-ISEKI members can come together, actively contribute and collaborate together, and it is meant as to stimulate the development of new activities and projects. And it is open to all interested people, so you don't have to pay for that. The registration is for free, and you can interact with other actors in the food sector. The ISEKI-Food Association has also been an active partner in a number of projects since its establishment in 2005. We are in Erasmus Plus projects as well as Horizon 2020. Horizon Europe and some of the Horizon 2020 projects are active as well. And you can see the ones we are currently in on screen right now, most notably probably the EQVEGAN project, because that's why we're here right now. But for all the active projects, of course, there are some finished ones as well. Yes, with FNS Cloud finishing just now in September and eSafe also recently. But these are all the projects that we have been part in since the creation or since the establishment in 2005. And besides that, besides the project, we also work together with the German Accreditation Association, agency, ASIN. Sorry, I just have to look on the left because I tried to have it with the presenter view, so I have my notes on screen, but now I have it off screen. My apologies for that. But we're working together with them, and we created this EQS food quality label to accredit and to create criterion guidelines for the quality assessment and the certification of food study programs. And we're also a member of the EASPA. Again, I have to read that. It's the European Alliance for Subject-Specific and Professional Accreditation and Quality Assurance. Very long word. So basically, it's also an accreditation system for, it's an umbrella organization to accredit food study programs. If you want to know more about that, the link on screen, you can follow that and read up on that. Besides accreditation, certification, and the projects, we also established a dissemination network of sorts through our newsletter with now more than 7,000 subscribers. It is 4 times per year, so on a quarterly basis. The newest edition should be out right about now, end of September, beginning of October. If you want to contribute, you can submit us your contributions to the email address you can see here. The next one will be sent out shortly before Christmas. So if you want to contribute, I think the deadline for contributions will be around the end of November. But ISEKI members will get a notification and email when it's the time for it. We also have a biannual e-journal, the International Journal of Food Studies. It is open access and has a ranked impact factor. If you want to know more about that, again, we have the link for it online on the screen right now. I think there are a few links. I can either afterwards put them in chat, or we can maybe distribute the presentation as a PDF, so you have access to all the links, because there are some more to follow. Right. So besides, we also have an e-learning platform. We not only maintain a network, but also the e-learning platform that is built in Moodle. So a comprehensive and excessively used e-learning platform that gives our members the ability to access all our content, all our e-learning courses from anywhere in the world at any time they want. You have some of the earlier courses, I think, as examples on screen right now. So open innovation, canning, food packaging. But of course, our course guide or course catalog is ever growing as new courses are being developed and added to the platform. If you're interested in one of the courses, the easiest way to get them is through ISEKI membership, because then you pay once for the membership, for the yearly membership, and then you have access to all the courses that are on our e-learning platform. Again, and the link is on screen. Last but not least, we also have a curricular database that is a free digital library, I think it's called, in the food sector. That was originally developed in the Foodstop project and now has also entries from the ISEKI-Food network as well as other EU-funded projects. And basically, it is a digital library. It has teaching material, digital teaching materials for a collection of target groups, categories, and formats. I think it's ebooks, videos, audios, and tutorials that you can access, again, with the background in mind that creating a network and connecting the different actors in the food sector, building a bridge between education, research, and industry. And oh yeah, now we have roughly 2,000 entries, 1,175. And I think, yes, that is the end of my presentation. But before I stop, I just want to take the opportunity to promote our upcoming e-conference that will be held on the 22nd to 24th of November and will be on food production based on food safety, sustainable development, and circular economy. If you're interested, again, I have the link. I said there are a lot of links in here. You can go there. You will find all the information. Either you just want to participate or maybe you want to present your own research. You will find all the information there. And with that, I thank you for your attention and I give the floor back to Carmen. We can't hear you, Carmen, or at least I can't. I don't know why. But I don't know if that's just me.
Me neither. But she's not speaking, actually.
No, she is. She's unmuted, but she's speaking, but we can't hear her.
Now, can you
Yes.
hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Now
it
we
was
can.
the micro. Sorry. Sorry. I was telling that I recommend you to visit the website of the ISEKI-Food Association because it's an active organization and you can follow a lot of e-learning, and the curricula database is really nice to entertain or to mobility, especially for food science and technologies or food engineer professional. Thank you very much. Well, for the next part, we will introduce to Luis Mayor. She is project manager in ISEKI-Food Association, and he is going to do a general presentation of EQVEGAN project. The word is yours, Luis, when you can. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to have the support of Christoph or Anna to share the slides, please.
You should see it right now. Hopefully.
Can you put it in presentation mode?
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Hi, I'm Luis. Good afternoon. And as Carmen said, I'm project manager at the ISEKI-Food Association. ISEKI is partner of the EQVEGAN project, also ACTAE, so that's why we're presenting this project here. Okay. The extended name of the project EQVEGAN is European Qualifications and Competences for the Vegan Food Industry. Okay, you will see below a long file, a long list of letters and numbers. This is the code of the project. And in the end, you will see that it says SSA. This is about Sector Skills Alliance. This project is an Erasmus project and a Sector Skills Alliance project. What are these Sector Skills Alliance? These alliance are projects aimed to improve the skills of a specific sector. And it's an alliance because it involves different stakeholders, you know, training providers, food industry, professional associations. So that's why that's an alliance, okay? Can you go ahead, Christoph? I think this information has been given by the Dean, but I will very fastly describe again. We are an alliance. We have partners in 11 countries: Portugal, Spain, France, Austria, Croatia, Poland, Estonia, Finland, Greece, and Turkey, and also Malta, but you cannot see Malta here in the map. Okay. And yes, it's a sector skills alliance, and that's why we have this different type of stakeholders: governmental organizations, qualifications agencies, universities, vocational education and training providers, association of professionals, and we have also a food company. Okay. So the duration of the project is started December 20 and finished November, is going to finish November 23. So we are in the last stage of the project. Go ahead, please. The coordinator of the project is the Politécnico de Coimbra from Portugal. Here you will see the other partners. Most of them are full partners, but on the on the bottom right, you have two partners: the Polish Association of Food Technologists and the Deusto University from the Basque Country in Spain that are associated partners. Okay, go ahead. This presentation is going to have three parts. In the first part, I'm going to explain the main driving force for the project, which is the plant-based shift. Then I'm going to talk about the main activity and outcome of the project, which is the vegan trainings. And after that, I will talk about other important project activities. Go ahead, Christoph. Click several times. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Thank you. I was just considering, like, did I click?
Thank you. So we can identify 6 important driving forces for the vegan project and activities: the plant-based shift, the need of more sustainable food products and processes, digitalization and automation are here to stay, so these are important. This trend is important as well. Soft skills and work-based learning are more and more important in the educational programs nowadays. And there is also a need to improve the mobility and valorization of food professionals. Okay, so these are the main driving forces, but I'm going to talk a bit and focus on the plant-based shift. Okay, go ahead. Just Christoph, please, you can go ahead.
Yes, I know. I don't know how many times I have to click.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
So shift to plant-based food diets and products. Here in this word cloud, you find different factors that are supporting the driving force for this shift. Some of them are related, are not independent. For example, environmental impact and climate change. Innovation, because it offers is an opportunity to create new products. Food security, animal welfare, resource scarcity, the potential benefits of a more plant-based food diet, economic benefits, biodiversity, and personal choice in the end as well. Go ahead. I would like to talk a bit about these environmental factors, you know. In this famous slide of The Economist, perhaps you have shown in your training classes, education classes, we see the annual emissions of CO2 for different food products divided in animal-based and plant-based. You will see, for example, that the production of beef meat produces more CO2 per year than Japan and all the air travel in the world together. Okay, way more. And then we have other activities of this animal industry that also produces a lot of CO2, like cow's milk, pork, chicken, and other. At the bottom, you will see that the production of CO2 of all the animal-based food industry doubles the production of CO2 of the plant-based food industry. Okay, so this is an important factor. Go ahead. Some scientific research, for example, this forecast of global food system emissions and different scenarios, suggest that a shift to plant-rich diets, like the Mediterranean diet, can you click, just one click, can produce a reduction of around 50% of the global greenhouse gases emissions of the food industry, and thus supporting, improving, or the achievement of this limit of global warming to 2 degrees or less of the pre-industrial value, which is the target nowadays. Okay, go ahead, Christoph. In this slide, you can see a relation, a graph that describes the relation of protein supply from animal foods and GDP per capita in different countries. You can see here clearly a relation, not click more, a relation between this GDP per capita and the animal food protein supply. It's a linear relation. The higher the GDP, the higher this protein supply or consumption. Okay, even this it's a linear relation, but we have important variations. For example, for the same GDP, we can see that Hong Kong and Saudi Arabia have important differences. Also, for example, Argentina and Turkey, and this can be caused, for example, for cultural reasons or for agricultural practices. Okay. Okay, click, Christoph, please. In this red line, you see the recommended adult total protein intake, which is 50 grams per day. This is an average men-women, okay? And yes, with this 50 grams per day, we can have a healthy diet. Can you click? Sorry, click. Yes. And then you can see here on the bottom left, some countries that by far don't achieve this 50 grams per day, but they have very low income or GDP per capita. So for them, it's not a choice. They cannot eat protein because they cannot buy the protein. Okay, but however, in the top right, we have rich countries, high GDP, and an excess of protein consumption. And for these countries, at least, there is room to decrease the consumption of animal protein and still having a healthy diet. Go ahead, please. Tell me what you eat, and I will tell you how you are, okay? So in this graph, we see the different types of consumers depending on the type of foods that they eat, okay? We see that the main group, the most important, are the omnivores. They eat a wide variety of foods. We have a small share of vegetarians and vegans. And we have a very interesting new important group that are called flexitarians. What are the flexitarians? Flexitarians eat a wide variety of foods, but trying to eat less meat, dairy, pork, and chicken. So this group is the principal actor that is pushing the food industry to provide alternative to meat products. Okay, go ahead. And here you can see some examples of plant-based foods. Okay, we can see these alternatives to animal proteins like potato milk, vegan pork, vegan eggs, vegan fast food, vegan seafood. But not only, we can also see other interesting plant-based foods that the main mission is not replace animals. For example, jackfruit, edible insects, CBD-infused foods, mushrooms, and based products, and fermented foods. So what was initially a need of replace animal proteins now is becoming a wider thing, and we have a bigger variety of products. Okay. So in conclusion, on this part of the presentation, we can say that consumers are demanding more and more plant-based foods as an alternative of animal products, but also to have new things to eat. Okay, and that food industry, as an answer, is producing more and more plant-based foods and in a wider variety. Okay. Okay, let's go to the second part, vegan trainings. Yes, as I said before, the trainings in vegan are the most important activity we have done, and these trainings are due to some training needs. Okay, and due to the vegan food industry, we have new companies that focus on producing plant-based products. Okay, but we have also companies that produce a lot of different products, food products, but now they have new production lines focused on plant-based foods. Another important trend is Industry 4.0, digitalization and automation. This is important in all the production sectors, and of course also for the food industry. There is a need also to decrease the environmental impact of food products and processes, decrease the waste production, and valorize this waste. And based on these skill needs, we have a skills mismatch. What is this skills mismatch? Skills mismatch is the gap between the skills that are needed in the food professional and the skills that this professional actually has. Okay. Here it's quite obvious, but in this graph you can see that the higher the skill mismatch, the lower the productivity of a company or of a country. Okay, so this skill mismatch is why the European Commission is providing funds to EQVEGAN, because they want us to develop trainings on these topics to tackle this skills mismatch. Okay, go ahead. We are developing training in 3 generic occupations of the food industry: food operator, which is European Qualification Framework 4, that is related to vocational secondary education. We're also developing training for food technician, EQF level 5, which is related with a short cycle in higher education. Also, this definition can vary depending on the country or on the European country, but this is the most common description. And for food technologist and engineer, EQF level 6 and 7, that is bachelor and master degrees. We have not invented these definitions. These definitions come from ISCO, International Standard Classification of Occupations, and are also included in ESCO, the European Skills, Competences, Qualifications, and Occupations database. Okay. We have developed 4 modules, one module for plant-based processing, another for green skills, another for digital and automation skills, and another for soft skills. Go ahead. For the first one, plant-based processing, we have training in different areas. The first area is technology, and that is meat analogs, egg analogs, dairy analogs, fermented and non-fermented drinks, fungi and yeast products, leguminous, production of plant proteins, and thermal and non-thermal processing with a focus on plant-based products. But we have also other trainings, not just technologies. We have training in nutrition related to vegetarian diets. We have training in plant-based diets, which different types, the nutritional value of these diets, the nutrients bioavailability and bioaccessibility of these diets, protein complementation, and health benefits and threats of these diets. Also, we have training in food safety about the European food safety system, food safety hazards, prerequisite programs, and HACCP systems, all with a focus on plant-based products, and food product development insights, basics on economics for food product development, food trends and marketing, food legislation and plant-based foods, and labeling and packaging. Okay. In the green skills module, we have training in these topics: energy, water, waste, critical points, food waste with a focus on the waste produced by consumers, waste management, food byproducts, circular economy, green economy, and also in environmental footprints of plant-based products. Okay, go ahead. In the digitalization and automation skills module, we have training on ICT, basics of ICT, work with human-machine interfaces, use of different software like a traceability software, the Internet of Things. We have training in automation, that is operate effective cooperation with automation specialists, understanding of automated systems, common sense in the automation of components. We have training in robotics, types of robots, operate for diagnosis of robots, sell devices for the automatic handling of products. And we have also some subjects that are elective, okay? Additive manufacturing technologies, machine vision, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. Okay, go ahead. Thanks. In the last module, soft skills, we have the same training for food production operator and food technician, and it's training in problem solving, active listening, team working, and ethical understanding. And we have also training, we have additional training for the food technologist profile, because this profile is expected to have more positions where they have to lead a group and manage a group, more responsibility positions. So in this sense, they have more training in critical thinking, in project management and planning and organization, in leadership and team building, self-management and self-awareness. Okay, go ahead. So we have done training activities, okay. These modules have been used in different universities. This has been in-person training, but all the training material is going to be available in the Food Skills portal that I will talk later. So you can use this training material, and I will let you know how to do it afterwards. Okay. Okay, go ahead, Christoph. Other important training activities are the work-based learning database we have developed for internships and apprenticeships. We have developed guidelines for work-based learning and recognition of prior learning for those companies, for those training providers, that want to recognize this type of learning and give credits to it. We have updated the occupational profiles that I talked before, food production operator, food technician, food technologist. We have updated the skills and knowledge of these profiles. We have done a report, and we have sent the report to ESCO, and ESCO have accepted to update the profiles in their database. Go ahead. And we have developed a certification scheme of job profiles. Okay, go ahead, Christoph. Very shortly, what is this certification scheme of job profiles? We have developed a certification scheme for the occupations we are working in the project. The three, you know them now, the three occupations: food operator, food technician, and food technologist. The aims of this certification scheme is acknowledge professional qualifications, recognize work-based learning, support mobility of workers, and promote lifelong learning. Okay. This is just a proposal. The document with the proposal is available on the EQVEGAN website. You can have a look at it. It's open. You can download it even. Just go to the EQVEGAN website just go to this QR code. As Christoph said, perhaps we're going to provide you with the PDFs of the presentation, so you will have all the information available. Yes, and this is just a proposal, as I said, but it will be implemented, this proposal, just after the project end by the Sector Skills Alliance we are setting up. Okay, go ahead, Christoph. We have developed two websites, two web platforms. The first one is the EQVEGAN website. Here you will find information about the objectives of the project, the partners, a link to the food skills portal. We have a news and events section, activities, and a link to the learning platform, and so on. So feel free to go there, okay, and visit the page. And we have also the food skills portal, which it's a platform that will be open after the project end. And the aim is to all the services and products we have developed in EQVEGAN make available after the project, okay? So it has a training section where training will be available, okay? Sorry, go back. Yeah, we have a learner workplace section where the work-based learning database is available. We have the stakeholders section and the certification section. This is not implemented for the moment, but will be after the project, the certification scheme. Okay, Christoph. Related to the work-based learning database, we have a database for internships and apprenticeships, and we provide information for the students and for food companies. For the students, we tell them how to check vacancies, how to apply to a vacancy, and how to write an agreement with the food company and university, if any. Okay, go ahead. And for the food companies, we tell them how to publish an apprenticeship or internship opportunity, how to check their applications, and how to write an agreement with the selected person to do this work-based learning activity. Okay, Christoph, go ahead. This is the aspect of the database. Yeah, I should have selected a better image. Okay, but yeah. Basically, you have a search engine to search for opportunities of work-based learning. You have the title of the vacancy, the name of the organization, the country, the city, and the starting date. Go ahead, Christoph. And if you click on the vacancy, you will find information about the company. You will find information about the work-based learning activity, the starting date, the area of work, the tasks to be done. Just one more click. Yeah. The working hours, how to apply, the language, if they accept people from other countries, and very important, if they pay or not during the work-based learning activity. Okay, so go ahead. Yes, also in the food skills portal, we have a stakeholders database. We have a database of people interested in the project activities, okay? If you join this database, you will be able to use the training material for free. Not available yet, but we think that during this month it will be available probably, okay? And you can also have the opportunity to be part of the Sector Skills Alliance that I told in the beginning of the presentation. We are going to set up a group of companies, training organizations, professional associations interested in upskilling and reskilling food professionals in this particular activity sector of plant-based processing. Okay, so if you join this stakeholders database, you will receive, when available the training material, you will receive a username and a password to enter and use the material, of course. And you will receive any news about the project, new activities, or the Sector Skills Alliance activities in the future. To join the stakeholders database, you have to go to this link or go to the QR code. And yes, you register there, and we take note of this, and we have the list of stakeholders. And yes, we'll provide them access to the training materials. And that's it. Thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any question, I think Carmen will be at the end of the event.
Thank you. We appreciate your contribution. You have to summarize near 3 years of work in EQVEGAN consortium. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Now, after a general overview of EQVEGAN project, I would like to speak about Work Package 1. One moment, I'm going to share my screen. Sorry. No, you can see. Yes. Now, well, why talk about Work Package 1? Because today we are streaming from an academic institution, the Faculty of Pharmacy of University of the Basque Country, where the degree of food science and technology is relevant and the driving force of ACTAE. EQVEGAN Erasmus Plus project have 7 work packages, and Work Package 1 was focused to review up to update different professional profiles, and one of them was food technology, as Luis Mayor have explained. In the Work Package 1, Estonian Qualification Authority was the leader, and these are other partners. The Polytechnic Institute of Coimbra from Portugal, ACTAE from Spain, ISEKI-Food from Austria, Podcrop for Poland, ACTAE for France, SEN from Greece, Faculty of Food Technology and Biotechnology from Croatia, and SIAM from Finland. Here you can see the structure of Work Package 1 with 4 tags. And the process of developing occupational profile of vegan food industry has the following phases: identifying the food industry specific occupation in ESCO, identifying the vegan food industry specific occupation, and identifying missing skill, competence, and knowledge in the occupation profile of vegan food industry specific occupation in ESCO. Before we continue, I would like to explain what ESCO is. Luis has told you ESCO is a multilingual classification of European skills, competence, and occupation. It's part of the Europe 2020 strategy. It is an European Commission project run by Directorate General Employment, Social Affairs and Inclusion, and is online and free of charge. The aim of ESCO is to support job mobility across Europe. So ESCO is structured in 3 pillars: occupation, skill and competence, and qualification. The 3 pillars of ESCO are interlinked to make visible which knowledge, skill, and competence terms are useful to describe jobs in a specific occupation, which knowledge, skill, and competence terms are useful to describe learning outcome of a qualification, and which qualification members consider relevant in the context of a specific contribution occupation. ESCO is well useful for job searching, for successful job matching based on skill and competence, for career management, and for labor market analysis. With that, a result of the process, the deliverable 1.2 provides findings concerning the occupational profile of vegan food industry, basic occupation, food operator, food technician, and food technologist. I recommend you to read slowly And on page 6, you can see competence and skill for food technologist profile. And in summary, you have essential skill and competence, and they are involved in 4 main groups. For the training, essential knowledge, optional skill and competence, and optional skill. We hope that this portal includes them very soon. Taking account updating this profile is a great step to improve the competitiveness of food technologies, and with it, the European food industry, thus promoting mobility essential in the Erasmus Plus programs. Remember that you can access to this deliverable, and I invite you to look at this. That's all for my part. Now I would like to introduce the next speakers. One moment, please. I have to change. Okay. I would like to introduce Aitzpea Armendariz. She is new development manager in NATURALL, a Spanish company. Are you ready, Aitzpea?
Yes, of course. Thank you very
much.
much, Carmen. Thank you.
Thank you to you.
Thank you for everybody. I will start sharing the presentation, and I will try to be a little bit quick because I think we are out of time. Tell me if you can see
Yes.
the presentation. Yeah,
We can see it, yes.
okay, perfect. So NATURALL, before talking about NATURALL, we have to talk about IPARLAT. IPARLAT was created from the Union of Dairy Farming Cooperatives. We are a dairy company located in the Basque Country in the north of Spain and in Navarre also in 1933. So our shareholders are farmers, which is like curious because we are now also a plant-based company. But as Luis Mayor and Carmen said about the importance of how the market is changing, the consumers, drivers about health and sustainability are changing. That's why IPARLAT Group, one of the most important dairy companies in Spain, decides to start a new production facility only based on plant-based drinks that I will explain it later on. So NATURALL, to sum up, NATURALL is a plant-based division of IPARLAT, which is a dairy company. These are the 4 facilities, which are all located in Spain. The most important and the bigger one is Esnelat, which is located in Guipúzcoa, near San Sebastian. It's specialized in UHT processes and in Tetra Brick. And we also have Andia in Cantabria, which is specialized in pasteurization, mainly on shakes and fresh milk with a high capacity, as you can see. And Lactiver, which is an alliance with other important company in the south of Spain, also specialized in UHT milk products. And the last one is NATURALL. This was born 5 years ago. It's located in Corella, near like 2 hours driving from Zaragoza, and also specialized in UHT and Tetra Brick format, as you can see. So nearly we have a turnover of 400 millions, and we also produce around 500 million liters concerning summing up both milk products and plant-based drinks products. And we are 400 people in the company. Here you can see NATURALL new facility. It's like a very modern and automatic facility, 100% plant-based drinks factory. We produced oat drink, rice, almond, with a capacity of more than 100 million liters, and all based on Tetra Pak technology. Here you can see like the filling machines. As I said, this is all automated. They're in the facility. They work a little person. Everything is quite automated. And we also have in Urnieta the soya factory, and we have divided because of the allergens. We have like the soya in the Urnieta side, and in Korea we have all the rice and oat and almond production. So how we build our plant-based drinks category? We try to first know the customers' trends, the market trends, and we build the category with the retailers. We try to design the whole product from the beginning. That's why we have like 5 main steps we have to go on with our clients. First of all, we have to select base. The soya and the oat are the most important bases in Europe, followed by the almond. Then we also work about the needs and the claims that we have to put in the packaging, the clean label, 0% sugar, the calcium, if it is organic, blends, flavors. The format, we have 2 types, as you can see, a liter and 5 milliliters, and the outer case. These are the main steps we have to go on when we build up a project with our clients. And Tetra Pak technology, as you can see, it's we have to do like high volumes. Our factory has to produce, now at the moment we produced 20 billion liters. So it has to be like high volumes. And then we also have important certifications concerning the EQVEGAN, also the vegan, the organic, as I said, and then other ones which are linked to the sustainable issue, like the Bonsucro and the Carbon Trust, which are linked with the packaging. I'm going to tell now about that. So concerning our plant-based drinks, we have also our new brand, which is NATURALL, and our plant-based drinks are different because in the origin, we work with the main grains. In the case of soya, we have our cooperatives in France, near our factory, which is a important sustainable issue. And we work with the beans. We don't use pasta or any powers. We try to use the whole bean, and to use, like I said, local materials, raw materials. The same happens with the oat drink. This is the just portfolio, which is just water and the ingredient, the protein, which it can be the oat, the soya, the rice, or the almond. We have no added sugar, and we have also 0% sugar portfolio. The same happens with the almond, which is from Spain, which is lightly roasted. And concerning, like I said, the packaging, we try to use the bio-based packaging, in our case, in the natural drinks, which is 82% plant-based materials. It's carton, even though we have aluminum base because we have to sterilize the product. This material is more sustainable than the other one. So this is what the consumer is asking, and this is what we are trying also to work in the factory. We also work very nearly from the marketing and the export managers with the research and development department, that we think it's one of the most important skills of the technologies, food technologies. Amaya Comeron is now connected also in the webinar. She is from the research and development department of IPARLAT and NATURALL, and we work very, very, very hard together from the beginning of the briefing of a prototype to the launch to the market and how it is going. I think this is one of the most important skill that we have to work with food technologists. Who are our clients? We have like 3 different types: the big retail, most important retailers in Europe, like Jumbo, Mercadona in Spain, Dia, Carrefour in France, Colruyt in France, in Belgium, sorry, the Costco in France. Other brands we work for, it's like we call it the private label. We work for the EMI Group, Kaiku, Dr. Edgar, Almendrina, the Grupo Dam, more for food service, and Asturiana, which is the most important dairy company in Spain, and other distributors, both online and offline, like Amazon and Cacidomi, which are our online channels, and Bitfood or Flyers. We go to Canada or Filipinas. So as I said, we have different ranges. The just one is the clean label, just water and the ingredient. The organic, which is the same formula but certificated. The barista one, which is different formula because the aim is also to do it a good foam with the coffee, and also the flavors and innovation. So we are permanently seeking new trends and new products, both for natural brand, but also for private label for our clients. This is, for example, the Jumbo range. We have more than 15 references for 5 million liters years production. This is the second retailer in Netherlands. Or, for example, we also work for EMI or Kaiku for their own brand with all different references. And now we are also seeking for all categories because plant-based drinks is one of the most important categories and the maturest concerning Europe, but there are also other ones which are growing, like meat analogs. Luis Mayor also talked about that, and cheese, coffee pots. We are now diversifying our product portfolio, working very hard and very near to other partners in order to develop not only healthy products, not only sustainable products, but also tasty products, because in all the consumer studies we've made, the consumer wants 2 things to be improved concerning plant-based products. The first one is the flavor and the texture of these products, and the second one is the price. So we have now technology, we have now skills, but we have to go ahead in those 2 things from our point of view. And that's all for my part. Thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any questions, please don't have to tell me.
We very much appreciate your intervention, and especially for share your slogan and your philosophy in NATURALL. It's really nice to hear how research, development, and all the company philosophy must be run together. We have 2 questions in the chat for you, Aitzpea.
Yes.
The first one is, what do you think about skill needs in a type of company like yours? If people were prepared to work in the company, do they need additional training?
Yes. Yes, I think that the plant-based is growing so fast that we don't have time enough to develop the products the consumer wants. So we have to develop different skills. I will consider, apart from what already told before, the sustainable issue. We have to know the carbon footprint of the product, or the waste we do with the products. Apart from that issue, which is very, very important, I think that one of the most important is also to be very close to the market, not only to the product, but to the consumer needs. So that's why like we have to be very flexible, both research and development department and a marketing department. We have to work very closely because sometimes we can do a prototype, we launch it in the market, it doesn't work, so we have to start again and again and again, and it's iterative process, that we have to work on together.
There is another question for you, Aitzpea. Could you tell something more about the raw material used for meat-like products? Do you know it, or you are in?
Yes, at the moment we are using pea protein, even though the main protein used, or the first one, the same happened with the plant-based drinks, was the soya texturized. In our case, we are working now with pea protein.
Another question, do you have research and development labs? Yes, you have.
Yes.
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 And the last one for you, Aitzpea. Are the dairy companies the most important producers of plant-based drinks?
Very good questions. It depends on the country. For example, in Spain, or in France, which are very important milk producers, the own companies, the farmers, as I said, had been the first one doing like the change, no, and seeing an opportunity, not a threat, but an opportunity in the market, because the market is changing, the consumer is changing, and there is a gap there. So in Spain, most of the both brands or facilities have done the change, and now they are producing plant-based drinks. But for example, in the meat alternatives, I think that this is not happening so fast. This is more on different startups, like Eura, for example, in Spain, which is a very common brand, very important brand. They are like sustainable and climate change organizations. They're not from the food industry, but they are going on the food industry. So if the food industry doesn't go ahead in the changes, other enterprises and other startups are going to develop good products, and the consumer, we see that is very open-minded to start proving other type of proteins. So I think yes, in the dairy sector, it has been very fast in Spain, especially, but in meat alternatives, I think it's a little bit slower.
Thank you very much again, Aitzpea, for your nice and your kind answer. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you to
Mila
you.
eskerrik asko. Benetan.
Bye.
I have another question, but it's for Luis Mayor. I want to look for, but is any question in the hall? No, I'm going to look for.
Carmen, are you going through all the questions in the chat? Okay, because you started for the end, because I suppose because perhaps Aitzpea has to leave, but we have other questions. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
There is a question. Is the project finished? Can you answer, please?
The project, as I said, is going to finish in November. But we have a sustainability plan. What means that? We want to keep working on this field after the project. And because of this, we are setting up, we are building.
Thank you. Could you open the camera and the other speakers too, please?
Yeah, sorry.
No problem.
And we are developing a Sectors Skills Alliance, which is a group of different institutions, universities, other training providers, companies, professional associations, to keep working on this activity, to maintain the use of what has been done in EQVEGAN and to do new things. Okay.
The last one is: are you currently organized training cruise, Erasmus Plus project across Europe in relation to plant-based food or other food and technology areas?
Sorry, I have to read this because it's a bit confusing. because they are mixing things in this question. EQVEGAN has developed trainings only for these years of the project, but we have developed training material for these trainings. This training material will be available for anybody who is interested by registering in the stakeholders database of the Food Skills portal. We can put the link of the stakeholders database here, perhaps. Let me check. Food Skills. Okay. If you register in this link I'm sending to you now, sorry. Okay. You will be able to use training material developed in EQVEGAN. It's not ready yet, but will be at the end of the project by the end of November for sure. So you can register now, and you don't need to remind us, because when this training will be available, we directly have the list of contact of registered people, and we will send to you a username and a password for this.
Okay, thank you.
And related other Erasmus projects, I don't know, trainings and Erasmus projects are not the same thing. If you mean that if we are going to do new Erasmus Plus projects, perhaps, but this is one of the things that the Sector Skills Alliance want to do. If we have to work, we will need money, and we will get money from projects. Okay.
Thank you. I don't see more questions. Perhaps I mistake some of them. Excuse me. Would you see another one? Aitzpea, please, could you switch on your camera too if you are here? Thank you. Thank you.
I have a question for Aitzpea.
Yes.
Perhaps it's easier for dairy companies to change to the plant-based products, plant-based drinks, because they have already the food value chain available for them. I mean, not the providers of the plant-based things, but the supermarkets, the distributors, perhaps are the same of those that daily products, and it's easier for them to enter into this game, this new game.
Yes, of course. It helps a lot. The technology, the Tetra Pak technology, we know how to put the process, the UHT processes, the formats, we know the consumer, so that helps. But I think also comparing with the mid sectors, but it's also about the strategy and the mindset of the company, which is very, very important, because even though you have the technology, you have to, the product is completely different. It has nothing to do. So you have to change your quality processes, regulatory, the category manager of the milk is not the same, and it's not looking at for the sustainable issue, for example. So you have to adapt several things, but it helps. The know-how of the technology is important.
Yeah, I've seen. For me, it's a bit impressive that you have to do a separated processing plant just for soybean because the allergen issues. No.
Yes.
This is really it's an issue in this plant-based world of plant-based production of foods. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would like to close this meeting altogether. And for that, I would like to tell you thanks a lot. And I would like to be with my sorry. Do you see my screen? No, I have to do it the other side. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Now, sorry. You can no, it's in the other side. Thank you. Excuse me. I only want to say thank you very much for all of you, and do your best, and don't give up the training. I would like to tell all together bye-bye. Do you have something to add, colleagues and speaker?
Just your students can go for plant-based.
There's
Tell them. It's a very
a
interesting.
great future. Yes.
Okay, so now we close this seminar. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much to all the speakers, to all of the attendees, to all of the present person, and thank you very much for the faculty and for this opportunity. Thank you very much. I will send you the certificate of attendance at the end of October. Thank you very much, and bye-bye. We see soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Carmen.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Carmen. Carmen. Carmen,
Yes.
do you have 5 minutes or you are busy with your students? You are busy. We will talk later, no problem. Yeah. See you other day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. After the meeting is before work.